Hi, my name is Chris Tagler, Roofing Rev Marketing, and we're always here to put the rev in revenue for roofers. Today, I wanted to talk about the slow season. I get asked a lot. Do we beef up marketing? Do we stop? Do we slow down? Do we maintain? What are we doing during the slow season? Is it worth it? How do we measure it? The answer is brand awareness during the slow season. That's the best thing you could be doing. People are shopping around weeks to months in advance, so get in front of them and staying in front of them, keeping top of mind. That's the best thing you could be doing. Um, you want to stay within a 5-10 mile radius. That's best. Your local community. You want to go. You want to beef up those sponsorships for different things going on in the community. You want to go to community events where homeowners are. If you're a residential roofer, you want to do those charity events. We just missed a lot of charity events because of the holidays, but obviously you would want to participate in those. People do turkey drives during Thanksgiving, soup kitchens are in Christmas. Those are all excellent things to stay involved in the community. Um, right now, since you're slow, requesting referrals and reviews from people that past clients that haven't left a review yet. That's awesome to do right now. Team appreciation on social media, your own appreciation, of your family on social media. People want to get to know you. They want to trust you. The home's the biggest asset they probably own, right? So they want to trust you. They want to hire you. So give them some stuff to review, right? They want to know about your company culture. And your team. Without your team, you wouldn't be in business, right? So honor them. Give them rewards for a job well done. Give them shout outs. Team appreciation of the month. The staff member appreciation. Um, they could tag your company on Facebook or something, and then what you're allowed to post, right? It could be them at a bowling league with the wife or family, award a kid won at school. Those are all things you could post on social media, and it's not just always about roofing. It's not always about sale. Another thing you could do is showcase your awards that you've gotten. Client testimonial videos is huge. Uh, Certifications to be CertainTeed and GAF certified. It takes a lot. You got to be licensed, bonded, insured. You have to do training. You got to pass a test, continuing education. A lot of people, homeowners, they don't know that. So, you got to be the one to tell them that. Posting that on social media, your website, that's key. And again, it's not always about the sales. So, educating the homeowner, what a proper inspection looks like, things to look out for. How do you know if you're hiring someone good or not? Uh, Maintenance tips, especially during the winter. What to do if you're finding nails on the ground after a storm. Scams in the industry to avoid. Those are all really good educational pieces. Just remember when you're doing this, like in your marketing, or I don't know if you're doing it yourself, you hired some internal company, you have an external company, but it takes about 7 to 13 points for a homeowner to become a lead and then a customer. So you always have to be out there. You got to be where they're spending their time. So touch points is like they're doing a Google search and they click on a few websites to do their research, right? If it's on your website, if you're at the top of the Google rankings, that's a touch point. If you have a pixel installed on your website that follows them around, you're running remarketing ads. Now they're going to see one of your ads on Facebook. That's a touch point. Maybe they go to Bing and you're running an ad on Bing, or you're organically ranked high. That's a touch point. If they're looking up reviews, of roofing companies near them, and they're doing their research, your reviews is a touch point. Other examples is you're out doing a storm damage repair. You have a sign in the yard. You're driving around the neighborhood with your trucks. You're knocking on doors, canvassing. If they're not home, you're leaving a door hanger. That's all touch points, right? Um, Other things is if you already have their contact information, a touch point could be uh, email, phone calls, text messages, if you have the permission to do so. The inspection itself is a touch point. If you think about it, after like a follow up, sending them testimonials and reviews, video testimonials and stuff like that. Those are all touch points that are really key to closing the deal. So it's not always just about converting them to a lead, but also you have to keep going. You have to keep touching them to make that sale, to close the deal, even after inspection. Um, I already said video content, canvassing, text messages, in-person inspections. Those are all great touch points, right? Um, so I hope this helps um, have an idea of what kind of branding you should be doing during the slow season, and realize that it's not always about the sale. It takes a few touches to get them to close the deal when they're ready to close the deal, right? They're not ready right now during winter, especially in the Midwest, but they'll be ready in a few weeks to a few months. So like when your busy season kicks in, you want to have a really good start. You don't want to be slow. You want to hit a goal, right? And every year you just skip slow season, you don't market it, you do less marketing. It's going to hurt you year after year after year, especially if you have a lot of competition. They're going to keep doing this stuff. And if you're not doing it, you're losing out. A lot of people don't understand branding. That's kind of why they stay away from it. But I'm going to give you two really important tips right now. So, how you measure brand performance is there's going to be an uptick in traffic when you're doing all this stuff, branding online, and you're going to these community events, networking events, your local community, driving around the neighborhoods. An uptick in traffic is going to be huge for your website, right? That's Google Analytics. Google Search Console is another. There's a report called the Queries Report, and that's basically keywords. And what you want to look at is your keywords that are branded. So your company name, Elevated Roofing, Tag Roofing. They're actually starting to search online for those two things. And that's better than a broad search like construction, a roofing contractor near me. That is like they're still in the research phase. But if they're actually looking up branded keywords with your name in it, that means they saw you in multiple places. They're interested in you, and they're going to keep looking into you. And that uptick that in traffic for those queries you could find in your Google Search Console report is huge. I'm going to provide also a free 68-point marketing inspection. This is great for all company sizes, startups, and established. All the successful roofing companies out there, they're already doing all 68 of these points, but you'll at least be able to look at what you're doing, what you're not doing, things you probably never even thought about doing. And I bullet point that across 8 channels that every single roofing company should be marketing in. And then a total of 68-point inspection across those 8 channels. And then you could tally it up, see what your score is now, see where you want to go, fill those gaps in. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be really a strong way to reach your goal. So I hope this helps. Thank you guys for following. Hit that like button. Read my full blog article that explains this more in detail. And take care. Hopefully this helps and you guys are going to beef up your revenue. Talk to you later. My name is Chris Taglia, Roofing Rev Marketing.